Hey Kai, it's Chris. Just as I promised, getting that video over to you. Today we're going to look at the top 3 things that you could be doing with your business today online to capture more business and dominate your local market. I'm going to go ahead and lead with the stuff that I'm going to explain to you on this video. Does take a little bit of time, depending on the difficulty of the keywords that we're going for. And I know that might sound like Chinese to you right now, but I'll explain to you what those are here in a minute. But depending on what it is, it might take a few months to truly rank for this. But if you can just look at what kind of opportunities I'm about to show you, you honestly have an incredible opportunity to grow dramatically in this next year if you do what I say. Okay? So the top 3 things that I'm going to go over with you are going to be content, backlinks, and citations. And we're going to be looking at your top competitor here in a minute in your area. I did landscaping and I also did building. So I know you try to capture both of those things, so I made sure to do my research on both of those for you. Well, we're looking right here on your Facebook page. I didn't see you had a website yet, but your Facebook page looks nice. It looks like you just recently started it. You've been being very consistent with it, which is awesome. You already got some people to like you. The work that you do is really, really good, and I could tell that you actually care about your customers, which is awesome. All pluses. But without further ado, I'm going to go right into content. So we're going to look at Woolston Landscapes, and this is your top competitor for landscaping companies in your area. Okay, so if you look at their front page, right, look how many words, look how many pictures. All of this is content. This is gold. This is actually a pretty well structured page right here. Now this is definitely beatable at the same time, though. You know what I mean? And it doesn't matter how pretty the website is. That's not what I'm talking about. I mean, what's going to get you at the top of Google and getting those searches that are going to bring you more paying customers, right? So content is the words, the pictures, and the words behind the pictures called alt text that make up a page of your site. You want about 1,500 words on that home page and about 500 to 750 words on your back pages, depending on what your competition has. And you also want properly filled out keywords. If you do not do keywords in your content, you're probably not going to rank for them, or it's going to be a lot more difficult to rank for them. Google changes their analytics all the time, so you have to make sure you keep up on these things, okay? Now, to go into backlinks, we'll look at the building site first. So this is the top website for construction in your area. Once again, good amount of content, right? Got some stuff, just looks like a random picture. But once again, super beatable, but a good amount of content. Now, the second thing, I'm going to go in here and show you a tool I use called Ahrefs. Now, if you look, this gives you the statistical analysis and breakdown of somebody's website, okay? How it's operating, how it's functioning, what they're doing, how they're doing, okay? So for the Woolston Landscapes, right here is going to be the power of their homepage, and this is the power of their entire website. The backlinks are, if you look at this, see how it's highlighted, and I can click on it, and it's going to bring me up to another website. That's a backlink. So when other websites backlink to you, they push power to your website, and Google sees it as a popularity contest. They're going to be like, oh, okay, you know, this guy has a bunch of these websites linking to him. He probably knows what he's doing. He's very popular. We're going to put him up in first place. Now, not all backlinks are created equal. That's one thing you really got to get down, is because if you have weak websites linking to you, it's really not going to do much for you, right? If you have non-relevant websites linking to you, it's not going to do much for you. So those 2 things are crucial when getting your backlinks. If it isn't done that way, then you're not going to get much results for it, and you're really just going to be wasting your time, okay? So I'm going to give you a brief overview of what keywords are, and a keyword, like that triple number right there, a keyword is any word or phrase that somebody types into Google when they look up something, right? So in this case, you want buyer intent keywords. You want keyword searches that when somebody puts this into Google, they're looking to, you know, buy a service. In this case, this is a service that you provide, so right? So if you see landscape gardeners, Stoke-on-Trent, landscape, Stoke-on-Trent, all of these, if you're in first position, this is a lot of opportunity. This is the average search volume every single month. And when somebody's looking for this, right, 9 times out of 10, they're probably trying to buy something, right? And then not just look at pretty pictures. Even decking, right? Decking, there's one without the dashes and there's one with the dashes. So, you know, all of these differences make a huge difference. And you can get in first place for every single one of these keywords, by the way. You don't have to just pick and choose like, oh, I want this one or this one. You can get all of them. Imagine how much business that could translate to you for you, right? So now I'm going to go into the #1 building site in the area. A lot less traffic over here. These guys are the #1 in the area, but they're really not doing a killer job, right? And the difficulty to rank for these things are easy. right? As long as you do everything properly. But once again, it takes a little bit. So if you want to do this, you need to get on it right now. You know what I mean? I don't know if you have, I know your season's ending on the landscaping stuff, but the building stuff might be going through the winter. Um, just make sure you capitalize on this ASAP if you want to take advantage of it, because right now it's easy, but who knows? Somebody could swoop in and you could have another competitor here shortly. The last thing I want to talk to you about is citations. Citations are super important because that's what ranks you in the Google Map Pack or the Google My Business profile up here. And this is huge because if you can get ranked up here, people are looking at this first. They're typically not going down and checking out all these directory websites. They just want to know who is actually in their area, and they're typically going to, grab that right out of here. So I'm going to show you and explain to you how to exactly do that. So a citation is anywhere, any directory, Yelp, Yellow Pages, Google, all these different directory sites where your business name, business number, and business address, word for word, exactly the same, or else it's not going to work properly, are listed. Citations are a little like backlinks, though. You need to make sure that you have reputable websites linking back to you for your directories and not trash, spammy websites. Okay, that's also super important. Now, my recommendation is always to get about 200 to 300 of these to beat out your competition by a landslide. Typically, we see people with like anywhere from 20 to 60. But when you get 200 to 300, you definitely know you're hitting this top position, right? And then all you got to do is get some good reviews, nice good call out right here, get your phone number, make it look sexy, and then boom, right? High customer turnover here. So there's a lot of opportunity. As you can see, for the building keywords, right? You're talking 600 right there, those two. For these keywords, you're talking 550. And as we go down more and more and more, right? So that's over 1,000. And this is every single month, mind you, right? So the opportunity here is incredible. And if you do everything that I explained to you today, you can definitely become the number one person on Google for your business and reap the rewards with a ton of new traffic and paying customers. So you have a few options here. Okay, you can take all this information and do every single thing that I say and focus on it. Take the time and take the energy and effort, and you can make this happen for yourself. But if you want the most effective route and you want to save yourself a lot of time and effort that could be going towards servicing these new clients and doing what you do best, let's set up a time for a future phone call. I can answer any questions you may have and really help guide you on this process to getting in that top position and dominating your local market. All right, Kai, it was great making this video for you. Once again, my name is Chris. My email address is cnpmarketingpros@gmail.com, and the phone number would be an international call, but it is 330-978-5004. Talk to you soon, my man. Have a great day.